there, Taurus. Welcome to your end of September 2025 General Tarot Update. It's Rena here. So just to let you know, I have October horoscope readings already posted on my channel, and I also have the September forecast because as I record this, we still have almost 2/3 of the month left, so there still is a lot that is going to occur. Gosh, the Five of Cups is coming up over and over again. It's very interesting. That happens sometimes when I do readings, that one card will keep appearing in multiple readings. So I always kind of sit up and take notice. Okay. So the heart of the matter is the Queen of Cups, and this is a card that is double water. And I think, I was just looking at a book, and I think they said, I've always thought it was connected to Cancer. It doesn't really matter, but what it really represents is the psychic, the artist, and the mother. And of course, these are kind of broad terms because they can encompass a lot of different things. And sometimes when I get this card, I think of the person who is tuning into something. Maybe they're being told something that doesn't jibe with their intuition. So it's like getting these psychic hits, somebody saying, I'm not cheating, and you just don't feel that that's true. And, or, in the workplace, when you have certain expectations that you're going to get a raise, a promotion, and you get strung along, and then it's something like you can feel that something isn't quite right. In the past position, we have the King of Pentacles, and this can be a mature male who is an earth sign, especially. And this may be, when I get this card, like if this is a relationship reading, for instance, if this is feeling like a relationship reading for you, it can be that this is a person that you may have kind of gotten together with because of financial security. In some cases, they might be chronologically older than you. Kings can be fathers. So it's almost like that when I say security, it feels like that person's taking care of you. And then you feel like safe because of things connected to financial security. But it doesn't, even if something like that happens, it doesn't guarantee that there's going to be smooth sailing, obviously. And it doesn't mean that there's love between the people. And that's the problem, is that when you're getting together for reasons other than love, it can lead to relationships that the people aren't there for the right reasons. What crosses you, or the challenge, is the Three of Swords, which is a card of sometimes three parties in some situations. So like you find out your partner's cheating. That's a big one. And it's also about rejection. And sometimes this is something that comes about when someone does find out that their partner's cheating. They immediately start blaming themselves, and they think about, there's something wrong with me, I'm not good enough, and things like that. And that kind of behavior is understandable because of, human nature, but it's certainly destructive to do that to yourself, if that is something that you have dealt with. And another thing that can happen is that you have fallen in love with someone else. Now, I realize that there are probably plenty of Taurus individuals for whom neither one of these scenarios is appropriate. So that's why I try to make it more universal. But I just wanted to follow that line of thinking of somebody who is feeling a sense of with the Queen of Cups, it's all about your feelings. And the Pentacles, which you are one of the Pentacles, all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, those kinds of people are more connected to money and other material matters, job, health, that kind of thing. The cups are connected to the emotions, relationships, creativity, things that you could say are intangible. And with Pentacles, it's the tangible. And you may, and this happens, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if this is like pretty common for a Taurus person who marries for financial security to find out how valuable love is. If they really didn't feel like they loved the person that they got together with, and, sometimes pregnancy is involved. And it's not to say, oh my God, that's so terrible that you married somebody for those reasons. It happens all the time. It probably happens less nowadays because there's not the pressure to get married, but it still is one of those situations where you feel tied to someone because, you got pregnant or they got pregnant. And so falling in love, even if it's like an emotional affair, that can happen because there's a lot of a sense of, I don't want to say loneliness because that's not really the word I'm looking for, but a feeling of wanting that connection at the deepest level, wanting somebody who gets you. These are things that are not really talked about a lot when it comes to looking for love, but they're really, to me, at the heart of, connection with people when it comes to romantic connection. And all these other things are like the distractions, like the physical side and the obligatory aspects of it. All of that, to me, are distractions. The higher message is the Five of Cups. So it's like, how much does grief control you? Meaning that, you see the loss in something, but you don't see the gain. You don't see what you have. And that's why they have those two cups that she has her back to, because there's actually a gain in this situation, even though it may be a very painful one, that there's actually a good thing that will come of it if you can understand it. But there's so much emotion that is swirling around that it may be difficult to truly appreciate that at the moment. What is coming in is the Six of Swords. This is a card of choosing peace and leaving drama behind. This can be an actual physical relocation that you are doing for a particular reason. Maybe you get an opportunity, and, please understand, I'm not saying this is in the next 2 weeks. This is something that could happen, like in the coming months, perhaps. Because one thing I want to also mention is that we have an upcoming solar eclipse that for Taurus is in the 5th house of love and creativity. So that is shaking up the love sector. Six of Swords can be about, choosing peace. And it may not be that you leave a current situation in this moment, but that you've already left mentally. And that, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of time. The outcome is the Ace of Wands, which is exciting new beginnings. And this is fire energy. So, and it's ace, this is the beginning stages of something. It's fire is very expansive, enthusiastic, creative, positive. And so with these two cards, I mean, if that was something that you were planning to do, to actually move, it could spark within you kind of a rebirth of sorts. And kind of, or you could say like a reboot or a reset of your life from kind of the heavier energies that these two cards represent. Could be a new passion project, a new relationship that isn't just, Pentacles, earth energy is very like, it's very solid, and it's very dense. Fire is very quick, and it can just come, seemingly out of nowhere. When you feel like your life is plodding along, and then all of a sudden things seem to really change. All right, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.